Hey guys, this is Deepak here from digitaldeepak.com, and in this video I am going to tell you what would I do if I had to start everything from scratch again. And what I have today is a very well built personal brand called Digital Deepak. You might have already heard about me, and I am a digital marketer. I do digital marketing for clients. I also go ahead and do consulting. I do blogging. I do speaking. I train people. I coach people. I have online courses, and this is all the things that I have been doing with Digital Deepak. So this has become a very big brand right now. I have more than 1 million followers in different channels across social media and email. And let's consider that I am taken away and ripped off everything that I have. The website, the email list, the following, nothing I have. I come only with the knowledge. And what would I do from scratch based on the knowledge that I have gained from now until now is what I want to talk about. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to show you a mind map of what I would be doing from scratch to build this all over again. Right. So before we get to that level, let's first have a look at what is the current state that I am in, and how much traffic that I am getting, how much revenue I am making, what is the current system that I have, and then we will go and have a look at how I would build the same thing from scratch if I have to on even a new niche. All right. So let's first go ahead and have a look at the website, and let's look at what is the amount of traffic that the website gets. So you need an idea about where I am currently to get an idea about what I would do from scratch, right? So first I want to make it clear and put the current state first. So let's say current state. So I have the blog digitaldeepak.com and the domain name, and what we have in the blog is a lot of traffic. So let's go and have a look at how much traffic I have. So let's look into audience, and let's look at what is the last 30-day traffic, and let's look at what is the last 1 year traffic to get an idea about the current state. So this is last 7 days. So I've been getting 3,800 visitors, 3,800 visitors, 5,900 visitors, 4,200 visitors, around this. And let's go ahead and look at what has been the traffic since April 28th, 2019, or I would say May 4th, 2019, or May 3rd, or let's say May 5th. That would be exactly 1 year. So May 5th, 2019 to May 4th, 2020. So this is the amount of traffic that I have got for my blog. In the past 1 year, I have got almost 1 million sessions, 500,000 new users, and 1.5 million page views, which is not bad at all. And what is the amount of activity that I have in the Google Search Console? Let's have a look at that to have an idea about the search presence. So here you can see there is a small uptick here. And if I go ahead and look at search results, so in the last 3 months, 46,000 clicks, 2.17 million total impressions, and these are the keywords that people are searching for. So let's also have a look at the following that I have built. If you look at my LinkedIn profile and Twitter and Instagram, so in my LinkedIn profile, you can see that I have around 15,000 connections. We are at 14,700. Twitter is around 12,500 followers, and Instagram is almost 25,000 followers. So these are not very important, and what's most important is the Facebook group I have built. So let's go and have a look at the Facebook group. This particular group has 175,000 members, and this gets a lot of engagement whenever I post something. In fact, to show you how fast the engagement is, let me go ahead and ask you a question. Do you want to know what I would do if I had to start my entire journey from scratch? So let's post this and come back and check how many comments we have got, just to show you how active this particular group is. So let's go ahead and enter these things. So current state digitaldeepak.com, 1 year traffic. So we have 1.5 million page views. We have 500,000, 0.5 million new users, 1 million sessions. So this is the traffic. We have my social media following. So we have 15k connections on, let's just put LinkedIn 15k, LinkedIn 15k, Twitter 12.5k, and Instagram 25k almost. We have the Facebook group, which has 175k members. And let's go and have a look at the size of my email list, and you can see that we immediately have 5 lakhs. We have comments that are coming in. So obviously you are watching this probably as part of the Online Millionaire Summit, and all these people would be interested in the Online Millionaire Summit tickets as well. So let's go and have a look at my ConvertKit account. So ConvertKit is what I use for my email subscription, and here you can see that we have 267k active subscribers. If I go ahead and check cold subscribers, which are the people who have not been active in the past 90 days, that would be around 13,000 subscribers, which I keep removing from time to time, but first I have to export it before I delete it. I've sent 22 million emails so far, and this is just the current state. So we have 267k subscribers. Let's remove 13k out of it. So that would be 267 minus 13k inactive. So we are at 254k active subscribers. These are, over time I have built, I think, a list of more than million people. Then I keep removing all the unsubscribers, right? So email subscribers, we have 254k. In terms of let's say my products, so what are the products I have developed? I have developed this product called optinchat.com, which is a SaaS product, and it's a email marketing capture tool. And then I have a lot of courses at learn.digitaldeepak.com. All right, so these are the courses I have. If I go into all courses, you will be able to see all the courses I have published so far. We have SEO, Google, 100-day blogging course, Facebook ads. So around 12 courses I have on my learning management system. So let's go ahead and put that as well. So 12 courses. I have opt-in chat. And then what else do we have? We have how many people do we have on the learning management system? We can have a look at it. In the meantime, I also like to show the revenue I have made so far, which will be very motivating for you to see. So let's go ahead and look at the users. So users is 95,000 people are there in my learning management system. So here we would say 12 courses with 95k students. So a lot of people sign up for my free courses, and other people go ahead and buy my paid course. We have opt-in chat, and in terms of the revenue I have made, let's have a look at what is the revenue I have made. I'll go ahead and log in into Razorpay. Click login, InstaMojo, go to payments. let this load for a moment. So you are here in for a surprise to see the amount of revenue I have made. So let's go into all time 1.36 crores with so this is not profit, guys. I have a habit of reinvesting all the profits I make and not take anything home and just keep growing my business, which is something we will talk about a little bit later in the video. So 5.08 crores in InstaMojo, 5.08 in InstaMojo. So that's a total of, so we have 1.36 plus 5.08, 6.44 crores in revenue, not profits. So a lot of people keep asking, hey, what is your profit? What is your profit? I will get to that. So 6.44 crores in profit so far, right? I mean in revenue so far. So this is what we have as of now, and I hope this is inspiring. And what else can I show you? I can show you what is the kind of Google auto suggest keywords that I get. So Digital Deepak, login, internship, courses, blog reviews, InstaMojo, affiliate marketing course, YouTube, internship review, internship program review. So I recently launched a program called the internship program, which has kind of got like a tremendous response, and I will talk more about it. But let's when now that we have seen what is the current state of my brand, which is Digital Deepak, let's also go ahead and look at how would I build this if I have to build from scratch. So when I'm saying that I'm building this from scratch, I will show the techniques of it and how eventually Digital Deepak came to this point. I would also like to show you Edge of Sanity. So Edge of Sanity is the book that I have published, which has, let's say, 132 ratings, almost 5-star ratings, 4.8, amazing. So this is a book about entrepreneurship that I have published, so we will put that as well. And I have published a lot of ebooks as well, but this is like the real book, print book that I have published. So I think that's pretty much it. If I have anything else, I will show you. So if I had to start from scratch, what are all the things that are involved? And you will also get this mind map as part of the entire video that you are getting. So don't worry about it. No need to take notes. So let's look at what I would do if I had to start from scratch. And I will basically show you what has worked for me so that you can just adopt this and go ahead and expand on this, right? So the first one is niche, selecting the niche. So my niche is digital marketing, and I became known as the digital marketing expert in India. So that's how I would like to position myself. So anyone who wants to position themselves needs to have a very strong, clear definition. So digital marketing expert of India. So this is my positioning. So how do I come up with this positioning, right? I come up with this positioning based on three things. The market opportunity. I know that a lot of people want to learn digital marketing and want to expand their skills in digital marketing. So there is the market opportunity. Then there is the passion, which I'm very much interested in the topic of digital marketing. I love digital marketing as a subject. That's why I named myself Digital Deepak as well. And then I need to also have talent, right? Without talent, I can't do anything. So from 2012 to 2016, I was actually working as a digital marketing manager in a lot of different companies like Razorpay, Practo, InstaMojo. Some of these companies you might have heard about, and I was the digital marketing manager there running the campaigns. So I have the talent, I have the proof, I have the authority that I can become a teacher in digital marketing. So that is also very important to develop talent, and it took me 10 years to get to the place that I'm at, and that is very important, right? So now you need to have an idea about what is the market need as well. So based on keyword research and based on general understanding of how the market is and how many suppliers are there in the market, I have an idea that okay, there are many people who want to learn digital marketing, and there are many people who would like to upskill themselves in digital marketing is an idea that I had. So passion again, the interest in it, right? So even before 2012, from 2008 to 2012, I was actually running this whole motorcycle blog called Bike Advice. And let's see, TEDx blogging. So this is a TEDx talk that I did on the topic of blogging. And here you can see 590k views, almost
More than
almost 0.6 million views, so 9.8k likes, so 332 comments. So here you can go and have a look at this as well. So I'm establishing myself as a blogging expert and a digital marketing expert, and you can see that I was doing this blogging for 4 years with my blog Bike Advice, and I learned social media marketing, I learned email marketing and all that, right? So that kind of is very important, market plus passion plus talent. And how do you actually unearth the market? So passion plus talent is kind of obvious, right? You would eventually know what you are passionate about if you go ahead and try to understand what you are passionate about, try to understand what you love to do, what you are skilled at over the years. And market research basically comes from, let's say, seeing the competition. If there are certain companies which are doing well, then you would know that these companies have a particular they have got something right in terms of market. You can look at the questions that are there in places like Quora and FB groups. So niche selection is a long process and beyond the scope of this video, but this is the basic. You select the right niche and you position yourself in the niche in such a way that you are the category leader. So now that I have positioned myself as a digital marketing expert in India, there are a bunch of other digital marketing experts in India as well, but I started early on. But now the market is subdividing itself into smaller and smaller segments. So now I have my business partner Sanjay, who is just focusing on SEO and social media, and he is known as the SEO expert in India. We have Gaurav Gurbakshani, who is the freelancer expert in India, and he has a freelancing platform. We have Siddharth Rajshekhar, who is an online courses expert in India. So that way you can have a very good positioning. You can be an SEO specialist for e-commerce sites, or you can be a consultant for e-commerce sites. So you need to get your personal branding right, and that kind of comes from market plus passion plus talent. So once you get the niche selection right, the next thing that you have to do is you have to go ahead and build your tribe. So now that you have understood what is your niche, and niche selection also includes understanding your target customer. So even before I created my first course, which was a course on Google Ads, I was able to go ahead and create a Facebook group. And in the Facebook group, I used to interact with people related to digital marketing, and I used to ask questions there in terms of what they wanted to learn. And a lot of people said they wanted to learn Google Ads. So you have to go ahead and understand your target customer. For that, you need to build your tribe. So tribe building is very important when you are trying to grow a personal brand. And whatever I have done is basically I have built a personal brand, and everything kind of rests on the brand that you are building around your niche. I can go ahead and build a brand new personal brand in some other niche as well, but digital marketing is a niche that I have been working on for a long time, and I have branded myself as the digital marketer. There is enough search volume of people searching how to learn digital marketing. So this is something that I am going to capitalize on and try to utilize it for a long time, right? So you have to understand your target customer, have an idea about it, and have a community around it, right? So the community basically comes from blogging. So you get started with blogging, you publish some articles, you do some keyword research, and once you do all that, then slowly traffic will start coming. So here is where I'm going to start telling you how I got started, and this is what I would do if I had to do it all over again. So let's go to digitaldeepak.com. And in the meantime, let's see what kind of engagement we have on the group. So not bad. As we are creating this video, you already have like 16 comments and a lot of people saying yes, 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 yes. So one guy is even saying, sir, please don't say you want to start a liquor shop. So let's go ahead and look at digitaldeepak.com, and let's go ahead and look at how long I started, how long back I started. So here you can see April 2013 I started 3 articles, May 2013 2 articles, June 3 articles, July, August, September, October, November, December. Not too many articles, right? For entire 2013 I have probably published like maybe 10 to 15 articles, and this is going to be enough to have the consistency over a period of almost 7 years, to have published just a few articles per month on my blog, to have that kind of traction, which will eventually grow, and which where I will eventually get enough backlinks and popularity and positioning. So building a personal brand is like growing a tree. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years back. The second best time is today. The best time to start building your personal brand was probably 10 years back or 5 years back. The second best time is today. So it all starts with a blog, right? So it starts with a blog, and you start publishing articles. So with 2 to 4 articles, or let's say 3 to 4, 2 might be too less, mine was lesser, but you might want to do a little bit more, right? In fact, I would say 1 article per week. So 1 article per week, start blogging, and share it within the community. That's what I would do if I started from scratch. And 1 article per week, so each of these articles will be 2000 words long at least, and SEO optimized. Now that I know SEO well, so it will be very well SEO optimized. And then I would share it on my social handles and community. So some traffic would come, some feedback would come, and based on that I can start publishing better articles. With building your tribe, I would also start building my email list, right? So email list building is very important. For building an email list, you need a lead magnet. So lead magnet is very important, and what I would basically do is that, so when I started digitaldeepak.com, for almost 4 years I was just blogging, and I did not start building an email list. If I started a blog from scratch, I would start building an email list from day one. So when I started building an email list, it was already 2016. I had, for 4 years I had not built an email list, and I will show you how my lead magnet looks like. So my lead magnet is the 25-part digital marketing course which I am giving for free. And this particular course has 25 videos in it, each talking about one section of digital marketing, such as SEO, Facebook ads, Google ads, and overall content marketing, blogging, and things like that. So I drive subscribers for this particular lead magnet. So lead magnet is basically something like an ethical bribe that you give away to people, first to establish your trust in the market, that you are an expert in that particular field. So if you find out that your niche is health, let's say you are in the health niche, and within the health you are taking a micro niche, let's say fitness for busy professionals, so that's a micro niche. So how can busy professionals be fit just by spending 1 hour exercise a day, or let's say maybe 1 hour is too much, let's say 20 minutes exercise a day. And this could be a set of videos, this could be an ebook, or this could be something that is a lead magnet. So lead magnet is an ethical bribe. It's an ethical bribe, and it could be set of free videos, which is the best one that I recommend. It could be a free webinar. It could be a free ebook. So you are going to get people's name and email ID. So name plus email, and sometimes it can be phone numbers as well. So plus phone number. So basically with lead magnet, you are getting the people subscribed. So what happens is that I drive traffic to this particular landing page through my blog. Sometimes there is an exit pop-up in my blog so that people can opt in, and then people can enter their name and email ID here. So how much subscribers I get every day? You can see it in ConvertKit. I'm getting 2600, 3100, around this much subscribers every day. So today it's around 1300 subscribers, and by end of today we will have around 3000 subscribers. So as soon as people enter their name and email ID here, what I have done is that I have created this landing page on a landing page tool called Unbounce. You can also use this tool called Instapage. Both are landing page creators, and I will quickly show you how Instapage looks like. So if you go ahead and log in, let's see what we have at Instapage. So mail@digitaldeepak.com, that's the username. So once you go inside the dashboard, you will be able to build landing pages. There are landing page tools for WordPress as well, which are free. I like to use premium tools. Now that my business has scaled to a certain level, I like to use tools which are very stable and which have direct integrations. So if you look at, let's say, free Facebook ads course lead magnet, and if you look at the landing page, so this is how the landing page looks. I just create a landing page where people can enter name, email ID and phone number. And what a lot of people do is that they are not going to invest money in paid advertising to generate leads. So that is the mistake that a lot of people do. And in this case, what I have done is that most of the leads that I generate comes via Facebook ads and Google ads. So let's go ahead and have a look at my Facebook ads dashboard. And let's look at what is the amount of leads that I am generating with Facebook ads for this particular tool. So this is what I would do if I'm starting from scratch. So as soon as I figure out my niche, and I would create a blog, I would start publishing articles, get it ranked, start getting some traffic, build a community, start getting a few hundred people in the community. Whatever blog post that I publish, I will share it on my social handles and community. And then based on my understanding of the limited audience that I have, even if you have 500 members in your audience or tribe, you will be able to understand what is that you have to do to give them a lead magnet. What is the lead magnet that you can develop? And then you can go and advertise that lead magnet. So I would immediately start Facebook ads. So at that time, when I started in 2016 with lead generation, I thought that I will scale organically, but it is extremely difficult to scale a business organically, right? So here you can see conversions, LDM leads. You can see this month we have generated 3,679 leads already, and that too at only 6 cents per lead. If I look at last month, 42,000 leads at just 8 cents per lead. And over time, because I am a Facebook ads expert, I have learned to generate a lot of leads at a very low budget. And you can even see the ad here. So this is the ad that I have created, and you can see the Facebook post. So this is how the Facebook post looks like, the ad, and you will be able to see the ad here. So here you can see I'm just advertising learn digital marketing for free from Digital Deepak, free online course with 25 videos and assignments, and get free course completion certificate. So people click on this and they go to learndigitalmarketing.com. It is a conversion optimized ad, and because it's a conversion optimized ad, I will be able to track how many leads came into the system. So let me also show you Google Ads. So instead of logging into my Google Ads account, I will show you my Google Data Studio. So Google Data Studio is a dashboard that I have built myself. This is also available on my YouTube channel. In fact, I think YouTube channel is something that we forgot to mention, right? So if I go into YouTube and let's go ahead and have a look at my channel, and this is also an asset that I have, right? So 63,500 subscribers. So let's go ahead and add YouTube as well. 63.5k subscribers, and here you can see that in my YouTube I just do a lot of interviews. Whenever I do free webinars for my audience, I record that webinar and upload it on my YouTube channel, and you will be able to see that most of the videos are not like too professionally made. I'm not even putting effort into putting like a thumbnail image for each and every video. I just keep uploading videos as I keep creating, and over time each video has started getting a few thousand views, and maybe one day I will reach 1 million subscribers, and maybe one day I will start getting a lot more of views, like maybe 100k views for every video that I publish. So it's not about the intensity. You don't need to be worried about creating quality videos, creating videos with a very high-end camera, putting graphics, designing. You just understand what your audience wants and keep creating videos for them. And over time, with consistency, it will start growing, right? So consistency beats intensity all the time. So let's go back and check the lead magnet. So where was I? So we were at the Facebook ads. So whenever people join my email list, I put them on a drip marketing sequence, which we will get to. So let's look at the Google Ads dashboard. So right now, due to the COVID situation, the cost has gone down. I used to be paying 20 to 30 rupees per lead, but it has come down to around 9 rupees, 10 rupees per lead. So I'm spending around 20,000 rupees per day on Google Ads, which is 6 lakhs per month. You can see last month I have spent 4,78,000. And you can see I have generated 1,424 leads. Yesterday I have generated 1,800 leads, and Facebook ads plus Google ads kind of contribute to the total leads that I generate. And it all comes down to ConvertKit, and within ConvertKit, my email subscriber module, email subscription tool, I created drip sequence, right? So Google ads I have covered it in my Google ads course, Facebook ads I have covered in my Facebook ads course, email marketing I have covered in my email marketing course. And basically what happens is that, let's say somebody signs up for a free lead magnet. So Digital Marketing Tools Mastery is a free lead magnet that I give away. And let's go ahead and look at the report. So what basically I've done is that I have basically set up one email to be sent every 3 days, and I will be adding more emails here. And this is the superpower of my business, but that nobody realizes. Anybody can have a landing page, anybody can advertise on Facebook ads and Google ads. But what will happen is that if I'm advertising my product on Facebook ads and Google ads directly, I won't be getting the conversion. So what I need to do is that I need to create a funnel, and I need to go ahead and nurture people over time. So this is where the nurturing goes on. So people subscribe for a free lead magnet, and again you need to use certain automation tools like Zapier to transfer data from your unbounce landing page to ConvertKit, which is something I have covered in my Zapier Mastery course. If you check learn.digitaldeepak.com, Zapier Mastery course is where I have covered how to do all the automations. So now you can basically see that with the automations sending subscribers here. Digital Marketing Tools Mastery, thank you, 62% open rate. 2 advertising tools for digital marketer, 44% open rate. 4 important SEO tools you need to learn about, 40% open rate. 2 email marketing tools for your business, 40% open rate. So all these emails are nurturing, and that way people are developing a sense of, okay, Deepak is a digital marketing expert, he knows what he is talking about. And I have many sequences here, and in certain sequences after the nurturing, what happens is that I eventually go ahead and tell them to go ahead and visit my Digital Marketing Mastery bundle. So this is the landing page where I have created my Digital Marketing Mastery bundle course. So I have put all the courses that I have, and the SEO course, the Google Ads course, then the Facebook Ads course, email marketing mastery course, social media mastery course, analytics mastery. So all the courses I have created, I have put it as a bundle, and I've told people that, hey, if you go ahead and buy all my 11 courses, you will just get it for 5,999. And this is what I have told people. And I add links to this a little bit later. I add links to this once people are nurtured enough. Then they go ahead and they are more likely to buy this Digital Marketing Mastery bundle. But nowadays what I have started doing is that, since I am doing webinars from time to time, I am making enough revenue in the webinars by selling on the webinars by pitching these courses, right? So that's what I would do if I started from scratch. So I would build a lead magnet, and I would build a drip marketing sequence. So the drip marketing sequence is created so that you can send emails over time with automation, so that you don't need to worry. You don't need to worry about communicating to your subscribers and constantly trying to engage them, which most of the influencers try to do, and they fail at it because you can't create consistently high quality content all the time. So here you can see the 3,104 subscribers who have joined yesterday. Even if I don't do anything for the next 30 days, these subscribers are going to get a lot of value through my emails, and they keep getting those value. And because of that, I build a relationship automatically with them, and that is how my personal brand grows. And in the automated emails, I also drop links to my Facebook group and they keep visiting the Facebook group, and here in the Facebook group they keep joining. So if you open this, you can see 1500 people are waiting to join. We already have almost 175k members, so new members are joining every day. And this group basically grew through my email marketing list, through the drip marketing sequence, where I am constantly telling, hey, go ahead and join my Facebook group. So that is how it has been designed. So everything is automated, and I love marketing automation. I love to set things up and forget about it, and whenever I have time to do something, I will probably add one more blog post, I will add one more sequence, and people get engaged automatically. So drip marketing sequence: send emails over time, send value emails, don't send sales emails, right? Send value emails over time with automation, and you go ahead and set up a 90-day engagement sequence, starting with a lot of value and ending with a little bit more information about what you have to sell. And in the sales pitch, sales sequence, you can have more of in the sales sequence you can have more of talking about testimonials, how people have been getting results from your products and all those things, right? So this is how I manage everything, because you cannot manually do everything yourself. The email marketing automation that I have forms the foundation of my entire business. A lot of people think that I built this brand of Digital Deepak with such a big following with because I was lucky or because I was a first mover. No, there is a proper science behind it, and no matter what niche that you choose, you will be able to go ahead and build something like this. And over the years, so this is more like you are growing a tree. You plant the sapling and you keep nurturing it, keep nurturing it, keep nurturing it. So the simple analogy that I can give you is that, let's say you are planting a sapling of a tree, and instead of going ahead and pouring water in the tree every day for the sapling, you just set up a pipeline. And you set up an automation where every day for 15 minutes the tree is getting watered, and you don't need to do anything else, right? You need to probably open the tap and close the tap, and whenever you are bored, maybe you can go ahead and plant a new tree or do something like that, right? So that way, so that is the analogy that I would like to give you. Once you set up the drip marketing sequence, so it is like drip irrigation, right? That's where the name came from. Once you set up the drip marketing sequence, the engagement is taken care of, the brand building is taken care of, which is very, very important if you eventually want to build trust, because the number one thing that is there when it comes to sales is trust building. Trust building is the number one thing that you need for sales. So once that trust is built through our drip marketing sequence that you are sending and building the relationship with your customers over time, people relate to you. Then what you can do is that you can have n number of sales methods. Like one sales method for me is to have the sales page where I'm getting sales from it. So let's go ahead and look at. So once you build your tribe, so building your tribe and nurture your tribe. So in fact, we will put the email list building on nurturing, or in fact, email list building will be based on lead magnet. And I would say nurturing the tribe comes under drip marketing. In fact, I will just copy and paste this here. So nurture your tribe. Nurturing the tribe is based on drip marketing. Send value emails over time with automation. Set up a 90-day engagement sequence. And then what you can do is that continue publishing your blog posts, which is one per week, and share it with your email list as well. So email list is my number one source of blog readers, because people like to be notified of high quality content. You can engage your group, and you can go ahead and do live webinars, value webinars from time to time, right? Maybe you can do one per week. You can do this one per week. So most of the grunt work in the entire brand building phase is done by nurturing your tribe through drip marketing. And then you have to monetize your tribe or monetize your personal brand. So how do you monetize your personal brand? The number one way is to sell online courses. So how do you sell online courses? You can sell it via affiliate system, or you can sell it via sales page, or you can sell it via webinar, sales webinars, right? So once you do sales webinars, then once you learn how to do high quality sales webinars, then your conversion rate will go up. For example, let me go ahead and show you the amount of revenue I made yesterday. So I did a webinar yesterday, and on a single webinar I had 1200 people live, and on a single webinar I made 3.58 lakhs, and I made a little bit more sales on Razorpay as well. So this is not bad for 2 hours of work, right? And I was able to do it because I sent an email to my entire email list, and I said that, hey, I'm doing a webinar on digital marketing. So what happens is that there will be a lot of people who are there in the email list continuously getting value from me through the drip marketing sequence. And many of them would have been busy to attend the previous webinars, and now they decide that, hey, okay, I will go ahead and attend this webinar by Digital Deepak because I am sending them an email. They are not unsubscribing because I am not constantly bombarding them with sales messages, because I am also constantly sending them value. And multiple funnels I have created. So whenever people subscribe for my tools mastery course, I'm sending a sequence of emails. Whenever people are subscribing to my Facebook ads course, I am sending continuous emails. So here you can see Facebook ads course ke liye, if I'm selling the Facebook ads course, you will be able to see that you can see even after a lot of time, almost 12 days, you still see the open rate is like 22%, 23%. So here, since people are continuously getting value emails, once in a while, if I send a broadcast email, then people are going to be responsive. Yes, no matter what you do, a certain percentage of people are going to unsubscribe. But at the same time, you can see today I sent an email about asking people to get connected with me on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram, which boosted my followers. And suddenly I got 2,526 clicks on demand. Sent it to 2,66,200 recipients. Yes, 200 people unsubscribed, and people who unsubscribe, let them go out of the funnel. I don't have any problem with it, because every day I'm generating like 3,000 leads, right? So I cannot hesitate. People who unsubscribe will unsubscribe. I cannot hesitate to send email campaigns thinking that, hey, people will unsubscribe, I should not be mailing them too many times. So the most interested subscribers and the most best fans of me, they are okay with me mailing once a day. So if you have a good relationship, imagine that you have a girlfriend if you're a boy, and vice versa. If you're a girl, think about something else. Think about having a boyfriend. You are going to have a lot of communication with them, right? What will happen if I send a text message to my girlfriend only once in a week? She might be kind of friend zoning me. But if I really have to take the relationship seriously, I have to engage her every day with content, right? So that's what I do with my best subscribers. I like to send one email every day, which is a broadcast email. And apart from the one email that I am sending every day, I am also sending email via the email sequences. And instead of trying to be afraid of people unsubscribing, which it is like, they are friend zoning me. They don't want to buy my products. They don't want to, keep getting communication from me. So they are like technically friend zoning me, which is fine. I will go ahead and get 10x more people who will be loving my content. And to do this, I need to be doing the webinars. I need to be doing the sales and everything, right? So that is the mindset that I have, and I would obviously become a little bit more aggressive in selling online courses. Because selling online course can be the number one revenue generator for building your personal brand and trying to monetize your tribe. In fact, we can call it monetizing your tribe. So whatever you have built from scratch. So if I have to start a new niche from scratch, let's say data science, this is what I would do. I would find my niche, position myself. The goal would be to, this would be the goal. Goal is to position myself as digital marketing expert of India. Let's say I'm going after a new niche that would be data science expert of India or whatever. I would understand my market, passion, and talent. See, this is not going to happen overnight. If I start from scratch today, instead of taking 7 years for this, for Digital Deepak to have got it to this stage, I would probably take maybe 2 years to get to this stage if I start from a brand new niche. But it is possible, right? And you need to give it at least 2 years. Like for example, if you are doing engineering, you are studying for 4 years. If you are doing medical, you are studying for 6 years. So give it some time. It's like a tree that you are nurturing, and your personal brand goes over time. Your influence grows over time. and you cannot expect results within 30 days, you cannot expect results within 60 days. All this is going to be exercise in futility. So don't think about getting rich quick. Having said that, if you want to start making money within 60 days, that is also possible, provided that you have some money to invest and if you are ready to risk that money. So if I have to do all this within 60 days and start making money, basically I would go ahead and invest a lot of money in lead generation, create a lead magnet. I would understand the target customer, build a customer avatar, so build a buyer persona using some surveys. I will build a community, and I will start doing blogging, and I will start building my email list aggressively by giving away the lead magnet and driving traffic to this via Facebook ads and Google ads. Then I would put them on a nurture sequence so that they keep getting emails from me, very highly valuable emails. I will continue publishing one blog post per week. I will engage my group. I will do live webinars, and then I will start selling, because this is the most important part. You need to learn how to sell via sales webinars. You need to learn copywriting and sell via sales page, and you need to probably have an affiliate system where you will be able to go ahead and get other people to promote your products. So once you do all this, then what happens is that once you do enough sales, so I showed you that I was able to make 3.58 lakhs in a single webinar, and you saw that I am investing quite a few lakhs with my Google ads. So last month I invested 4.78 lakhs. So this month I am planning to make a revenue of around 50 lakhs and planning to make a profit of around 25 lakhs. And I don't hesitate spending 25 lakhs for this, because I'm spending for Zoom, I'm spending for ConvertKit, I'm spending for the lead generation. It's all right, it's fine. Instead of trying to make 25 lakhs profit a month, which is extremely unlikely, even if you try to make 30 lakhs revenue a month and try to make 25 lakhs profit out of it, it's going to be very difficult. So think big. If you think big, then you can think like, hey, I can probably make a revenue of 50 lakhs a month, and I'm okay if I'm only making 25 lakhs a month profit. A lot of people are afraid of, hey, why should I be spending 25 lakhs? It's okay, man, you spend it because you are making the profit. A lot of manufacturing businesses, if they are making 1 crore per month in revenue with manufacturing, they are probably making a 10 lakhs per month profit. That is how real big businesses works. So think about this as a business. Think about this more like the bigger picture. And don't think of this as a freelancing opportunity or like a job that you are doing online. If you are thinking that you are like a job, like for example, if you go to a job, you are making money, and if you are earning 1 lakh, 1 lakh you can take home and you can spend it on personal stuff. That's how jobs work. You need to go from a job mindset to a business mindset. And my next goal is that, hey, instead of trying to make 25 lakhs per month profit with 50 lakh revenue, can I increase my entire ad spend so much that I am making a revenue of 1 crore per month, but I end up spending, let's say, 60 lakhs per month. Out of 60 lakhs, maybe 20 lakhs I'm spending on ads. And it's fine. Another 10 lakhs I'm spending on my team and freelancers and bunch of helpers. And another 10 lakhs I'm probably going to spend on the tools that I use. Zoom I pay, ConvertKit I pay, ConvertKit and all I pay a lot. I almost pay 1 to 2 lakhs a month. So my next goal is to increase the revenue of Digital Deepak itself as a personal brand to 1 crore per month. And I don't mind if I have to spend 60 lakhs out of it, because then I would make a 40 lakh profit, right? Obviously you have to pay GST. Which you can collect from your users when you are selling your products. Obviously you have to pay income tax on it, but come on, if you are making 40 lakhs a month, go ahead and pay 15 lakhs. It's going to be okay. You are going to make 2.5 lakhs a month and 3 crores a year in profit. And 3 crores a year in a profit is going to set you up for life. Within 1 year, you will be able to buy your dream home, then go buy a farmhouse, and then go buy your BMWs and whatnot, right? So I feel that there is a tremendous opportunity in each and every niche for people to build a personal brand, people to go ahead and create a tribe for themselves, and for people to go ahead and kind of position themselves as an expert in their niche. And making 1 crore per month is something that should be possible. Yes, digital marketing is a big field. I have managed to gain a good market share, especially by trying to increase my revenue and increase my spend, and by increasing my lead generation. So my next goal is that I would probably go to 10,000 leads a day, and maybe I will be spending 20-30 lakhs a month on ads, and let's see where this goes. I am eventually planning to do an IPO of Digital Deepak as a brand itself, and I have started investing in tech, and because sometimes you need tech and all those things I have started investing in, and I'm able to get this scale. I will probably launch my own app on the App Store and Play Store. My internship program is performing well, so eventually it will start growing exponentially for me. In the past 6 months it has started growing exponentially. Until the past 6 months I was still stuck at 5 lakhs a month and 10 lakhs a month, and I was always struggling, but I was always aggressive on trying to spend all the money that I get. So I was making 10 lakhs a month in revenue, and I was reinvesting almost 9 lakhs, and only 1 lakh I used to take profit home as a salary for myself to keep myself afloat. So once you have that mindset of spend more and earn more, so at the same time don't end up spending more and trying to make less. Don't end up spending 12 lakhs in ads and end up making 10 lakhs. So don't do that. But as your revenue expands, try to keep your profits as low as possible. So the magic of scaling is that you stay away from profits. This is not the time to make profits. Just take enough money out from the business so that you can pay your rent, pay for food, and have your basic needs met. Whatever extra money that you are getting, keep putting it ruthlessly back into your business. And if you keep ruthlessly putting it back into your business, you have this huge pressure that you have to make sure that enough revenue comes in. So that's what I do. If I'm making extra 5 lakhs, then I just go ahead and put that extra 5 lakhs into Google Ads and increase my ad spend, and suddenly all my leads are increasing. And I have this anxiety that, hey, I have to do more webinars, I have to go ahead and sell. Otherwise, that extra 5 lakhs that I put on Google Ads, I could have taken it home, put some fixed deposit or put it in the stock market. But now I'm thinking that now I have to get an ROI. So that forces me to go ahead and do webinars, create more products, create more sales pages. And once I keep doing that, then eventually the profit comes. And I took a long time to reach there, right? I started with 1 lakh a month, then 2 lakh a month, then 3 lakh a month, 5 lakh a month, 10 lakh a month. Now I am at probably this month I'm expecting 40 lakh a month in revenue. Maybe next year I don't know, I might be doing 2 crores a month in revenue. I think the market is big enough for this, and that's how my brain works, and that's how I want your brain to work. I hope you found this video very useful, very inspiring. All the best. I think you should put a goal, probably put a goal of starting to make, let's say, 50 lakhs in a year, or probably let's say 5 lakhs per month. Target 5 lakhs per month revenue. Don't think of earnings, think of revenue. Always think revenue. Think of 5 lakhs a month revenue. Start paying yourself 1 lakh a month. That way you will be making a revenue of 60 lakhs a year, but your profit is probably only 12 lakhs a year, which is fine. A lot of people work for 12 lakhs CTC and they think that they are in a very, very high paid job and they're very happy with it. So target 60 lakhs a year in revenue, target 5 lakhs, which is a good enough place to get started. But eventually I am telling you, if you pick a niche which is having enough market size, and if you position yourself as an expert in that niche, then you will end up making at least 1 crore per month in revenue and maybe 10-20 lakhs a month in profit. So I hope this blew your mind. I hope this was something that makes you take action. So go select your niche, get started. This is what I would do if I started from scratch with a brand new thing. I will make sure that this particular mind map is shared as a PDF file along with the video that you are getting, and you can go ahead and get started. Don't hesitate to get started. Getting started is the biggest secret of eventually reaching a stage, which is like, go ahead and plant that sapling, go ahead and plant that tree, and then water it every day, nurture it. Sooner or later, one day you will reach a stage where you will reach financial freedom, and then you can go ahead and post random things about spirituality and philosophy on the groups and Twitter, which I'm doing right now. And that happens when your Maslow's hierarchy of needs is met. Go ahead and look up Maslow's hierarchy if you don't know about it. So you need to really get to that stage. I want you to get to that stage. There is a lot of wealth out there in the world, and it's never ending. It's like one continuous stream of wealth that is pouring out. No matter how much people take away from it, it's not going to end. So I look at wealth like a river. it keeps flowing. So let's say there is a village near the river, and people just go ahead and take some water from the river every day, no matter how much people take. Even in such a modern world where water consumption is so high, the rivers, a lot of rivers never deplete, right? The water keeps coming. So the amount of opportunity in the market and the amount of wealth that can be made is just unlimited. And no matter how much the competition takes, no matter how much you take. So one of the reasons I am able to share all this with you without hesitation is because I don't mind sharing this, because I don't for a moment think that you are going to affect the amount of revenue that I can possibly make. I can always keep scaling my revenue because I have got a certain momentum. And if you come into the market and if you start creating information products, you are actually going to increase the amount of market size for me, because the market is like a hungry monster. The more you feed the monster, the bigger the monster becomes, and the bigger the monster becomes, the more hungry it is going to become. That is how the education industry is. Like for example, if someone is learning blogging from you and you are launching a blogging course, then I'm not going to look at it like, you are taking away the market share of blogging course from me. I'm going to basically look at it as if you are going to feed the market more, because once he does the blogging course, he is going to have a big need to learn digital marketing, and then he would come to me, right? When you learn something, see, right now you learned so much, I gave away so much. Now it is fueling the desire for you to go ahead and learn even more about digital marketing. Obviously, this is just getting you started. You need to learn a lot more about digital marketing, Facebook ads, Google ads. And the more content I give you and the more you learn, the amount of need that you have to learn even more keeps increasing. And that is what, as all the information product creators together, that's what we are creating together. We are expanding the market size and we are feeding the monster, and the monster grows. And once the monster grows to a certain size, it becomes even more hungry. So go ahead and do it. We have a lot of money to be made, and all the best. Thank you. And if you have any questions, I will be doing AMA sessions. I am ready to create further videos based on the questions that come out of this video. But get started, rock, build your personal brand, and let's see where this goes. Thanks a lot, and have a great day, and have a great week, have a great year ahead, have a great decade ahead. Thank you. Signing off. Digital Deepak here. Bye.